Hello all, welcome back to my YouTube channel all about VLSI. In this video, we are going to start our discussion about another type of repetition operator, which is go-to repetition operator. So let us try to discuss about what is meant by this go-to repetition operator. Go-to repetition operator. Now, first of all, let us see the syntax of this go-to repetition operator and we will discuss what do you mean by this go-to repetition operator. So the go-to repetition operator is going to look like this. So we are going to have an arrow mark followed by the number of times this the condition should be satisfied that particular value we are going to provide. That is nothing but our go to repetition operator. Now previously we have seen consecutive repetition operator, non-consecutive repetition operator, and we have discussed what do you mean by consecutive repetition operator and what do you mean by non-consecutive repetition operator. We have seen, and in the case of non-consecutive repetition operator, we have seen that the last occurrence of the variable may not be followed by the third variable that we have seen, right? But in the go to repetition operator, here the last occurrence of the second variable must be immediately followed by the third variable. That is nothing but our go to repetition operator. Now, how are we going to use this go to repetition operator? For example, I am going to take an example at the rate negate of clock. Dollar rows of A, non-overlapping implication operator, ##1, B, go to repetition operator, ##1, C. What does this mean? That is, if there is any positive transition in your variable A, then in the next cycle, then after 2 cycles, because this will add one delay and this will add one more delay. So after 2 cycles, your B should be high consecutively or non-consecutively for two number of times. So your B can be high for consecutively or non-consecutively for two number of cycles. Then after one cycle, C should be high definitely. But in the case of non-consecutive repetition operator, your the same example we have taken, and in that particular example where your C may or may not follow your B, the last occurrence of your B. But in the go-to repetition operator, your C must follow the last occurrence of B. Then only this assertion will be passed, or else this assertion is going to fail. That is, we will take one example and we will try to understand. So let me draw one clock. So this is a waveform. On this waveform, I'm going to verify, and my sequence which I've written is at the rate passage of clock, dollar rows of A. If there is any positive transition in A, then after 2 cycles, my B value should be non-consecutively repeated, ##1. See, this is my requirement. Okay. Now, where is this dollar rows of A is getting satisfied? Let me change the color. So here my dollar rows of A is true. So assertion checking will be started at this region. Okay. Now, and at the third edge, your B value is equal to 0. And at the fourth edge, your B value is equal to 1. That is, it is high for one cycle and high for one time. And here again, it is high for 2 times. Okay. So here B is high for 2 times. Next, in the next cycle, what is your C value? C value is equal to 1. So the condition as satisfied, assertion will pass here. Now, where is assertion going to start again? Assertion is going to start again at the 8th cycle. Assertion is going to start again at the 8th cycle. Now here your A value is equal to 1. So assertion checking will be started. That's why here assertion checking is started. This is our second check. And in the next cycle, after 2 cycles, your value of B is equal to 1 for one time. And it is non-consecutively high for second time also. And it is high for third time also. Since your B value is high for 3 number of times, your assertion is going to get failed here. What is our condition? Our B value should be high for only 2 number of times, but it is high for 3 number of times. So here our assertion is going to get failed. Okay. Now let's say for example, here the C value is getting high here, right? Now, instead of becoming high, let's say it is becoming high at the 7th cycle like this. Okay. Then here, instead of getting the pass message here, we will get the fail message, because here the B value is equal to 1. The condition is B value is equal to 1. Then in the next cycle, that is in the 7th cycle, your C value should be 1. But what is the C value here? It is equal to 0. So here assertion will get fail here. Here assertion will get fail. Okay. So since here the C value is equal to 0, assertion will get failed. But when we were using our non-consecutive repetition operator, even if the C value became 1 after 2 cycles also, assertion will get pass here. Okay. But here the C value is equal to 0. That's why we will get the assertion fail message at this particular moment. So that is how your go to repetition operator is going to work. And we can also use the range with our go to repetition operator. For example, if we want at the rate passage of clock, dollar rows of a, non overlapped implication, hash hash 2 b, we can specify the range like this, 1 colon 3. Next. So what is the meaning of this? That means if there is any positive transition in A, then in the next cycle, then after 3 cycles, your B can be high for 1 cycle, or your B can be high for 2 cycles, or B can be high for 3 cycles. Okay. This is nothing but our non-consecutive repetition operator. Yes, so that's all about this particular video. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel all about VLSI. And in our next session, we will see some more important constructs like AND, OR, intersect, throughout, within, and first match.